once chaos is kind of sort of technically done, this is the next victim. This is a real cobra, 1998. See, it's got the snake, got the three extra cams. So this thing is 100% original. Besides, it does have a full master exhaust like every Mustang in the world does. But we've got a problem with it. Last time I drove this car, I only got to drive it once last year. I put it here the other day, doing the shuffle. So I only got to drive this car once last year. Reason being, the throwout bearing ate itself. At least I'm hoping that's all it is. So we're going to attempt to get her fired up here. Yeah, see, look at that. That's how you know it's a real Cobra. It says it on the airbag. When you see all them people driving around with their Cobra badges, but no Cobra, it's not a Cobra. Alright, let's fire it up. Yeah, the clutch pedal is like screwed. Oh, of course. Come on, girl. Oh, no. Come on. Well, we're off to a great start. Okay, let's try this again. We put the jumper on it. Really don't want to have to take the hood off Chaos and swap batteries. Let's try it again. Listen for the noise if it starts. It started. Oh, and it's not happy. Oh. Yeah, the clutch pedal, something's wrong. Just something, it's just wrong. Alright, we'll let it run for a minute. If it'll run. No, why would it? It's fuel injected. I guess we'll close the hood with the jumper in there and see if we can make it to the garage. We made it. Tried to hold the camera. That was pretty sketch, especially once we got to here. That's why we'll just push her the rest of the way on in. But there she is, the mighty 4-cam, 4.6, hand assembled. Yeah, pretty sweet. So we're gonna go ahead and get to working on pulling the trans out of it and getting whatever that nasty noise is fixed right up. Car's in the air, finally gonna work on it. One thing you always want to do if you're taking a transmission out, I mean, sometimes you might have to bump the car over, you know, to get the hoo-hoo bolts loose. Those, you know, flex Magooter. There's like 6 or 27 of them. Either way, pull the battery. You don't want to set the damn car on fire because you arc against the starter or something like that. I don't want to set all my junk. Look at this junk. This is my junk. Anyways, pull your battery. Worked out because the battery needed charge. That's actually the battery for Chaos. Chaos's battery was in this. This battery was in Chaos. Whole big hoop-de-mala. So I'm going to go ahead and the exhaust has to come off first, then the drive shaft. I do have a clutch kit that was supposed to be for this car, but I don't think it's for this car because it's a 26 spline. Somebody had purchased it for this car, said it was the right one. I don't believe it is. So this should only have a 10 spline shaft. If it has a 26, cool, but I don't think it does. So I need to get in there and see if it has a 10 or a 26. If it has a 10, I need to order another clutch kit because if I'm going to have the trans out, I might as well just put a clutch in it. I can get a clutch kit for like $100 without a flywheel. If the flywheel's bad, I'll get the flywheel turned. I mean, not that we drive it much, but when we do, I don't want to be stuck on the side of the road. So I'm going to go ahead and get rust in my eyes and do all that fun stuff, and I'll let you know when I get somewhere. So, here's the situation. I don't know, I'm just rolling under here for the first time. Let's see what we're going to find, because pretty sure the exhaust needs to come out. I mean, used to my old Fox body, I've never pulled the trans out of one of these. I mean, it almost looks like it would fit, but I think it would get hooked up on the belt housing up there. All these torque boxes are not happy. But this is a important car to the wife, so we must keep her going. Well, there's that. Ugh. So, needless to say, that's only being held on by that side there. So we're going to need some new ones of those, because that ain't going to do it. Okay. We got 2 O2 sensor plugs here, I assume. Make an ass out of me and you. Don't. Kind of really doesn't look like this thing's ever been out of the car. It's the first time I've ever been under this car. So yeah, I've never been under this car before. This is my first time. Done a lot of 5.0 stuff. I've honestly never pulled the trans on a 4.6 car. So I'm sure it's going to be lots of fun. The exhaust kind of looks like it'll be almost a complete nightmare to get off. Them bolts do not look happy. I don't know how much you can see, or if the light's blowing it out. Yeah. We got a torch, so we will give them hell. You can't even get to that bolt over here without pulling the sensor first. Ooh. Looks like you can't pull the sensor, really, unless you pull the fucking starter. I don't have my O2 sensor socket here. That is at work, and I am not at work. So that looks like a small-sized nightmare. Looks like the starter has to come out no matter what. Looks like the starter bolts... Oh, this video is going to be terrible. Looks like the starter bolts to the trans, so that's that. So the starter's going to have to come loose. Look at that. It's a fancy aluminum block up in there. At least that's what it looks like. I didn't know these came with aluminum blocks, to tell you the truth. But that looks pretty aluminum. Man, this setup would be real nice in a Fox body. Well, we got that dust cover off, and I don't think there should be chunkies in there. I think those are off the pressure plate. That's my guess. So, yeah. Definitely going to order up a clutch kit tonight, because that don't look happy. So, we did a little stuff here on our Foy's Automotive to-do list. The Cobra, which is what we're working on now. Working on pulling the trans. Ordered the clutch already. Pull drive shaft is already done. Exhaust, I'm going to try leaving it in the car because I got to take it off at the manifolds on this, and it does not look like a good time. So I might add more to that list as we go. Chaos, I got to finish the exhaust. I forgot I'd never put the mounts on it. So I've got 2 mounts to add at the rear of the exhaust. I got a solid motor mount still in this box here to go on. Got to get the nitrous bottle filled so we can, I guess, you know, make some test hits in Mexico. Yeah, so that's the morning here at the Foy's Automotive little shop of horrors. Got our full cup of coffee. Every day has to start off with coffee. So I'm going to get my large and in charge self back underneath the car and undo any other wiring that's on the trans. I got to pull the starter, which just looks like loads of fun. Everything is loads of fun on these. Just so much. I like my Fox bodies so much better. 1 cam. An engine is supposed to have 1. Inside there, only 1. This has 3 too many. 3 too many cams. This is officially the worst transmission I've ever attempted to pull. I'm getting ready to just hacksaw the exhaust off the car, or sawzall it off, because Ford needs to have 4 Cadillac converters, because, you know, we need 4 of them. This is going to be a terrible video. I might not even post this. We have pterodactyls living here? What kind of bird craps that big? So finally got the trans out. Ended up having to go get my impact. Got that pipe off. I was able to get it to drop out. You can see this throw-up bearing just looks great.
The minute hand of the Doomsday Clock is made every year by the Bulletin Science and Security Board in consultation with its board of sponsors, which includes 13 Nobel laureates, and then finally authorized by John Stamos.
It's been bad for a long time. Had to slide hammer it off. Still, oh, maybe it'll come off now.
Catastrophe from nuclear weapons, climate change, and the disruptive technologies in other domains. Now, I am going to point out that if you guys ever heard this before,
so everything was seized up. Look at how rusty it is. This is all going to need cleaned up real good. But it spins fine.
And one thing to note that
pivot ball is pretty much trashed.
It was originally
the new clutch kit's supposed to come with throw-up bearing, pivot ball.
Originally, one dude decided what time it was every year, and then he died in like 1973. And
that bearing, you idiot.
The vote by committee thing.
Okay. Yeah. What a job.
Here's what's left of the throw-out bearing.
Is that today? Oh, man.
Just like that, little elbow grease, 1 can of oven cleaner. It looks good as old. We know some of the history on this car. The wife's had it quite a long time, but looks like it may have had a trans put in it at some point. I'm guessing this is 3.697. I don't know much about these. But then the 900 written on there, I don't think that's factory. It's still got the tag. I'm going to look up and see what exactly, I don't know crap about these T45s. So, but yeah, looks nice and clean now. So now I don't have to put a dirty trans back in the car. Cleaned out the bell housing because I got to put a new pivot ball in there and do some other stuff. So we're good to go. Got the... You gonna help me out here, Nova? What are you gonna do? Get her open and see if they didn't just send me some bricks. For the price I paid for the thing, it's probably just bricks. We got a lot of paper. I didn't order paper. What do we got here? A disc. Let's see. There's the disc. How to do it right. I can't read that. Here's what we got. Is a Vallejo which is the same as what's in the car. It's supposed to be the Vallejo King Cobra. I don't know, it seemed like a lot of people gave these good reviews. I've never had one personally, but new throw-up bearing. Oh, it said it came with a new pivot ball, but I do not see said pivot ball. So we might need to address that. What do you think? She don't care. But yeah, new pilot bearing, new throw-up bearing. Don't see a pivot ball. I've got another clutch in the house. Maybe that's got one. I doubt it. But looks like we know what we're doing first thing tomorrow now. Since the trans is already all cleaned. We got our fancy new clutch here. See how it works in this car. You know what's funny is a lot of times, what does this say? Never abuse a newly fitted clutch. Allows 750-mile break-in period. Always adjust to free travel on your new clutch at 750, at 1500, thereafter at 10,000. Okay, what if I tell you it's gonna take 10 years to put 750 miles on it? Can I just put it in the car and beat the balls off of it? Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I think we'll probably just put a few heat cycles in it. You know, not take it out and launch it. Basically, just let them both bed in together. See what happens. I know, believe it or not, we're back out here working on this damn thing. But the clutch is here. I'm going to straighten up some of this disaster. Trans is clean. Gonna get that under there. I gotta put the throw-up bearing and stuff on there first. Gotta put that guy on there. This time we're using a one-piece throw-up bearing, not a, what we got there, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus all the ball bearings. I don't know, 10-piece, 15-piece. So this time will be a one-piece. Gonna get that guy in there. Can't get a pivot ball. The kit was supposed to come with one. I've got another kit in the house. Also didn't come with one. So we're just going to rock that pivot ball. Yeah. Gonna keep on keeping on. I by no way recommend this procedure. But the other flywheel I don't think is going to work. And I don't feel like getting this all together to find out the starter doesn't engage right. So too bad these damn Fords, you got to have the transmission bolted in to get the starter in, or we'd be able to just fire her up and get the flap wheel in here and just take her down real nice. I'll show you real quick. You can see it's moved out quite a bit. I don't know how well it's focusing. There you go. The camera keeps falling, so I'm going to beat on it until it comes out. It is almost out of there. Come on. We've used like a piece and a half of bread. Ugh. There she is. I told you. You watched that. I don't know where this is. You watched that live. That was live action. Throw-up bearing. There's your throw-up bearing. Not your throw-up bearing, your pilot bearing. There's all the bread. It works. So if you guys actually made it to the end of my videos, which most of you don't, here's a sneak peek of the new project car. Maybe?